Are you serious? Are you serious? No more Tim Tebow? What? Get a cup of coffee. Get a cup of coffee. There he goes. Where'd he go? Oh no, there he goes. I mean, that was not even scripted. Okay. So, where'd he go? Tim Tebow. Oh, Tim Tebow's gone. Well, that was about as quick as his career is. Tim Tebow was cut by the New York Jets. Reverend Gary got this to me. Tim Tebow is one and done in New York. No more constant questions about his uncertain role with the Jets. No more criticisms of the mostly non-existent Wildcat offense. No more shirtless jogs in the rain after practice. Now the popular but polarizing quarterback is left to wonder what's left to his NFL career. Tim Tebow was waived by the New York Jets yesterday on April the 29th, 2013, when he showed up at the team's facility ready to work out. The end of an embarrassing, unsuccessful one-season experiment in New York that produced more hype and headlines than production on the field. Well, that wasn't Tim Tebow's fault. He never got in the game. I mean, they barely put him in. They would not let him play. And then when the first-string quarterback, Mark Sanchez, who had one of the worst, absolute disastrous seasons in the history of the NFL, they finally decided to take him out of the lineup after he got beat up and he was hurt. They skipped over the backup quarterback, which was Tebow, and went to the third-string guy. It just got embarrassing. You threw it all. Tim Tebow never lost his composure, never lost his focus, never once blamed God, never struck back, and was always a good teammate. Is it because he just loves Jesus? Is he being cast out of the NFL? Remember something. When Tim Tebow was the quarterback of the Florida Gators, he won 2 national championships back-to-back as the starting quarterback. He was phenomenal. He won the Heisman Trophy. When he came to the NFL, he went to the Denver Broncos. He didn't get to start right away. He waited his turn, and when he did, he performed on the field. 6 miracle victory comebacks, taking the Broncos, who were not very good, into the playoffs and pulled off an upset miracle over the Pittsburgh Steelers. Tim Tebow's jersey outsold everybody's jersey in the entire NFL. That's including Peyton Manning and Tom Brady. What? But the Broncos let him go because they picked up Peyton Manning, and there wasn't enough room for Tebow and Manning, so they sent him to the Jets. The Jets sold a lot of season tickets and a ton of jerseys, but then left him on the sideline to rot. Now, I find it fascinating that Tim Tebow is let go, and a lot of people are let go. So I'm not saying, and he hasn't had a lot of tremendous success, but he hasn't got to play that much. But I find the timing of Tim Tebow being thrown out of the NFL, basically, maybe somebody will pick him up, I don't know. But I find it extremely fascinating, or the timing is unbelievably impossible to time this way unless this was pre-planned. Tebow is let go in New York while Jason Collins of the NBA came out the exact same day yesterday, April 29, 2013, and announced to the world that he is gay. He is the first pro athlete of the major 4 sports, football, basketball, baseball, and hockey. He's the first athlete, male athlete, to publicly acknowledge that he is gay. And he comes out the same day Tebow is thrown out. Tebow, a man of great integrity, a Christian evangelical preacher himself, a miracle, a pro-lifer, a model, a role model that America was embracing. They were embracing it. They bought more of his jerseys than anybody's. He had no Super Bowl rings. He's a role model. He's gone. But Jason Collins made this statement. Collins said, I am 34-year-old NBA center, and I am black, and I am gay. And with these 3 short sentences in this week's issue of Sports Illustrated, Jason Collins, with the help of the writer Frank Lititz, told the sports world 2 things it already knew, the one that it didn't. In doing so, has made history and become the first active male player in all of the big 4 American sports, baseball, hockey, basketball, and football, to come out as gay. Kobe Bryant of the Lakers immediately praised him. ESPN analysts and different sports writers lifted him up in admiration, and even President Barack Obama called him personally, congratulated him, admired him, exalted him, and said, this is what America truly needs. Did Tim Tebow get a phone call? Did Tim Tebow get an invitation when he stood up for pro-life? When he stood up for Jesus Christ? When he prayed on the field? When he did his many, many charitable works to help people that were hurting and cancer victims? When he went and preached in stadiums of people and college campuses around America how to live for Jesus and how to find Christ in your life and how to be successful in all areas of your life? President Obama, you're going to call Tim Tebow today and tell him you're proud of him? That even though he was cut by the Jets and maybe his career is over, are you at least going to call him and tell him how you're proud of him as a role model? Are you going to admire him? Have we got to a point in America where we call evil good and good evil? Have we got to a point where we no longer want to stand for the truth? That we've just become watered down, weakened down? Are we going to lose our soul? You know, with the Gosnell trial going on in Philadelphia, and the fact that Obama, instead of dealing with that, in the media, totally ignoring it, instead Obama went to Planned Parenthood and said, God bless you. God bless Planned Parenthood. And now when the first gay professional athlete comes out, he calls him. What president takes the time? How many people have come out of the closet and said they're gay? The president doesn't call people. And what is the odds of the timing that the first male gay athlete would announce that he's gay to the world and receive admiration of the world? Even a phone call from the most powerful man in the world. The same day he is lifted up, one of God's ministers, a role model for society, is cast out. The stone that the builders rejected has become the head of the corner. Jesus Christ is that stone. Tim Tebow, he's just a servant of the Lord. He's not the stone. But whenever any of the Christian people, which we seem to be being constantly pushed in a corner as non-relevant to mainstream America. You know, I'm not going to rant and rave about this. I have nothing against Jason Collins. I think he was an average basketball player. Tim Tebow, probably a better football player than Collins was a basketball player, to be honest. Collins is 7 foot tall. He's been around 12 years. I have nothing against the man. I have nothing against him at all. It's just I'm looking at the overall picture of what is being portrayed as the role model for Americans' youth and what's being discarded as the role model for American youth. See, it looks as if family, and it looks like there's this total push for homosexuality, for gay marriage, and all these other things, while Christianity is being pushed aside. you give your life to Jesus Christ.